Welcome back. In this session, we'll practically go into the system on how to use it. Before using it, I will let you know how to download the system, Lakshya system. Visit www.lakshya.net. There you can see a login tab. Please enter your user ID and password and then click on the Go button. You can see all the assigned systems to you, Lakshya Sales, General and all the systems which will be applicable to you. You can install by clicking on the download button. Once downloaded, you can just double click and install that as normal software does. Please note down this IP and port for future use. Once done, you can log out. So once you have installed, an icon like this will appear. You can click on that, and for the first time users, you can click on User Settings. Enter the IP address and port we have just seen, and then finally save that. Once the settings are done, click on the login button. You can directly click on this icon, or you can go to user and click on the login button. Enter the username and password. The system will authenticate your username and password. Once you're logged in, you can see all the definitions. This is the Lakshya administrator module, the core administrator module, where the basic definitions, the standard definitions are done. In Lakshya administrator, we used to define the regions and locations. You can click on definition, region, location. On the left side, you can see all the regions. Suppose you can click on Alcor and click on the right side, you can see all the locations under Alcor. If you want to add a new region under Qatar, you can click on Qatar and click on the add region button. You can enter the region name and save it. If you want to add a particular location under a particular region, click on that region, refresh the right panel and click on the add location. Type in the location name and save it. This is how a new location is entered. The second important thing is the designations of the employees. You can click on the add button. You can type in the designation name, and if there is any code, you can type that, and you can select the system for which this designation is being added. The assigned system will appear here. Suppose it's for Lakshya Sales. Yes. And then select the particular user role, whether he is an observer, a coordinator, executive, or a viewer. And then finally save that. This is how designations are entered. Suppose a new employee is joined, you have to add the details of the employee. Click on definition, personnel. And you click on the add button. You can type in the employee name. Before that, correct the title, initial, the branch. By default, there is only one branch, and the user ID need to be assigned to him, and the password. And finally save that. Then the next major definition which need to be done is the product, goods and service. So on the left side, you can see all the different groups of products, or the property grouping you can see. The parent is Property Expo, then we have categorized into LIC, Tyson, Aqua, PCN and EDN. So if you want to add a property under LIC Alcor, you can click on the LIC Alcor, refresh in the right panel, click on add product. So there's a product number which is a combination of the portal and a unique number with the description of whether it is a residential, commercial, and the furnishing, whether it's fully furnished, half semi-furnished, and the location and the pinpoint of the location. So if you can see the existing one, you can see this is a notation. This is a property ID 02000025. It's under LIC and it's a general category. The residential, fully furnished, Alcor and near Alcor Mall. And you can type in the descriptions here. If you have any image of that, you can upload by right clicking on this portion, load, and you can load it from your system. And an even bigger image can be uploaded by clicking on the image tab and then right click and load. And then select the image and finally save that. Then one more definitions need to be done before this is complete. You have to enter the price of this property in the next definition, which is called property goods and service price list. Here you have a flexibility to have multiple prices. Suppose you can fix a price for a particular season also. Suppose if it is being rented in April, May or some particular season, the rent can be higher or lesser, so that can also be set. For defining a property price, click on the add button. Enter an effective date from which this price will be effective. You can see from April. The currency, the description, a basic definition is enough. Select the property by clicking on the add button. You can refresh and all the property will load up. If you have the nomenclature or property ID of any specific property, you can type that in and then refresh. Select the property, click OK, enter the purchase rate and the selling rate. If you're only dealing with the selling, you can type in both the same, purchase equal to selling price, and then assign a branch for that particular price list. For you, there will be only one branch. Click on that branch and then finally click on finalize if it is fully finished, and then save. If you feel that there is some kind of an editing required, don't finalize it and save it just, and then again take it up, finalize it and then save. So these are the 4 main definitions which need to be done in the Lakshya admin modules. That is, you can define a new location, you can define the designations, the personal, and then the product and the price list.